Okay, so like I said, I just like really don't feel like I have enough time in my life for myself, let alone trying to make time for him. Our schedules are pretty opposite, and I feel like it's just pretty difficult to try and communicate with him on a regular basis like we did while we were together. I mean, we saw each other almost every day, and when we didn't, we would for sure talk all day. And
Mm-hmm.
we went to the same college. That's how we met, and we just kind of built a life together. And now a lot of our commonalities are gone, which makes it difficult. And I just don't know who his friends are, and he doesn't know who my friends are, and it just is, it's weird to go from knowing someone so holistically and doing pretty much everything with them to being reduced to a phone call maybe twice a week if we're lucky.
Do the two of you just talk on the phone, or do you maybe use Skype or any of the other?
Yeah, we'll Skype every once in a while and we FaceTime, but just with like there isn't a time difference, but just with like our schedule differences, it's kind of difficult to kind of create that built-in time because I have class while he's free and he has work when I'm free, so we just don't, like, our schedules just like really don't match up well at all. So it's just kind of frustrating, I think, for both of us. And like I said, just to like go from being so enmeshed in one another's lives and just such a big part of each other's lives to reduce to barely talking is really difficult and really stressful because I just worry that like he's gonna find someone else or that he'll just like decide this isn't what he wants to do anymore, and that really kind of scares me a lot.
What makes you think that he will find somebody else?
I mean, he talks about this person at work, Taylor, and how great they are. And I'm not really sure if that's a boy or a girl, and
Right.
I don't really want to ask because I don't want to seem like I'm needy or that I'm not trusting him because he's here, and honestly, there's a lot more things to do here and a lot more people to meet here than there are where he is. But I just, I know what a catch he is, and I know that he's going to be surrounded by all of these doctors at this hospital that he's a consultant for. And I don't know, I know how much we both value face to face contact and face to face interaction and that quality time. Like, that's really a big basis of what our relationship was built on, was that quality time. I mean, living half a mile away from each other, we saw each other all the time. And then when I was a senior, we basically lived together. I just didn't have a great roommate situation, and he lived really close, so I just ended up like staying at his place all the time and cooking and cleaning and getting even closer with him. And so I guess for me, sometimes like our relationship now feels like we're taking a step back, that like we're both moving on professionally, and that's really important to both of us. Like, we're both really focused and motivated individuals, and that's part of the reason why like I came to grad school here. Like, he knew that it was a very real possibility I wasn't going to stay in Texas, but we dated anyway, and he was really encouraging of me anyway, and same with him. Like, I knew he wouldn't follow me here. He hates the cold. So I really knew that that wasn't going to be a thing, but I love him enough to not let him, but I love him enough to encourage him into doing what he feels he needs to do because he does the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also a huge part of our relationship is being strong, independent individuals, but then coming together and being like partners in crime kind of thing. Like we're always like doing stuff together and on the same page and have like the same sense of humor, and that's really great. But like now that I'm here, it's just a lot different.
So it sounds like to me that you both have been very close when you were, back in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But now, since the distance has come in to your relationship, that a lot of that what was built is kind of just, not as present, I guess. That
Yeah.
you both are kind of feeling unsure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like we're both like we don't really verbalize it all that much, just because I think we're both kind of trying to be like strong for the other person.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that we're both struggling with it because I mean, pretty much all of my friends from college are from Texas, and so he'll hang out with them sometimes, and like they'll all talk about like missing me and whatnot, and then like sometimes like they'll like group call me or like FaceTime me or whatever, and it's nice to know that like he has that support system that's like at least a little bit familiarity of me, and like people who also love me and who also are like sharing in like missing me like he is, so he kind of has that support, but like then I'm here by myself, like
Mm-hmm.
just living in the missing him and the sad and feeling like depressed sometimes, and like not like I'm depressed all the time, but just will like have like just certain days where it's just like really hard for me to get out of bed for whatever reason. And I just, miss those lazy days that we used to have where we would like build a fort and watch Disney movies and act like kids and eat SpaghettiOs. And those were those were pretty frequent. Like we have a lot of really cool, just like random traditions that like really made us us. And now that those things are gone, I guess like my feelings and identity about our relationship are in question, and it just makes me wonder like, am I doing the right thing? Should I even be here? Like in grad school? Like is this where I should be? Like the stress of it all just like makes me wonder if I'm really doing what I should be doing.
Now, do you have much of a support system here?
Here, not as much. I mean, my roommate goes here, but our class schedule is pretty opposite, um, like friend stuff, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple friends in my cohort, but um, like they all have to commute in from the suburbs, so I don't like typically see them on a basis other than in class or whatnot. So I don't know. It's just kind of hard because I am so busy. Like I have two jobs, but like I like the people from there, but I just like never have time to hang out with anybody because I'm like always so busy with school and job and other jobs. So I guess the short answer would be no. I don't really have that great of a support system here.
Do you think it would make a difference if you did have more time to connect with people? And
I think it would. I think maybe I need to kind of like jump in with 2 feet because I feel like it's like hard to be here fully when my happiness is somewhere else.
mm-hmm.
Or at least I feel that way. Like I feel like it's hard for me to be wholly and fully present here when I feel myself like longing to be back in Texas with my friends and with my boyfriend, and I just don't really feel like here's home. And it's a cool city, I like it, but it just feels cold. Pardon the pun, but it just it feels cold that I don't really have that network that was so strong and so integral into kind of my identity back in Texas. And now I just, have the three people that I talk to when I'm at school, and then I go home and go to work. So I think it would make a difference, yeah.
So just to make sure we're on the same page, Texas felt more like home, and here it just kind of feels, well, not like home because, you're so absorbed in school and work and then missing what you had in place with your relationship and friendships back home. Now, what do you think are some steps that you could take here in order to kind of get that feeling of wholeness back?
I think I need, like I said, I need to kind of jump in with 2 feet, and I think probably a big part of that would be trying to maybe get involved on campus, or just try and make more of an effort to make friends, and maybe try and work a little bit less, not completely drop working altogether, but maybe try and making friends and being a part of organizations more of a priority, so that I feel more plugged in and connected, I guess. I think that would probably help a lot. Maybe I don't know, maybe just trying to find more things in the city that I can connect to. That would make me feel more at home. Might be helpful too.
What kind of things are you into?
I really like to sing, and I really like to line dance and two-step, but I know that that's kind of a Texas thing, so I haven't really tried, honestly, to find any two-stepping places, but there might be some somewhere. I don't know.
It's a big city. I think it may be worth looking into if that's something that, would definitely make you feel connected.
Yeah, you know what? I think that would be a really good idea. I'm sure there's a lot of other people that are, probably feeling the same way, that they're from somewhere else and want something to make it feel like home a little bit. I got an email from where I went to college, a alumni network, talking about a football watch party at a bar. It's right by my house, so maybe I should go to that. What do you think about that?
Well, do you feel like you would have a connection with these people?
I think I would, because we went to the same school, and just kind of innately know some of the same things, I guess, and just have that commonality of where we went to school. And I don't know of any other people who went to Baylor who live in Chicago, so I think maybe it would be a good opportunity to kind of network, not only professionally, but also friendship wise. There might even be people my age there. I don't know. Yeah, that would be good, I think.
That'll definitely give you a chance, to explore.
Yeah, I think so.
Connect with people that may have also gone to that same college.
Yeah, I agree, and I think maybe just trying to get out more would be good for me, and just I guess sometimes I feel guilty that I'm away from Adam, and that I should be staying at home and not going out, but I know that that's not what he would want. I know that that's not what he would expect from me at all. So I kind of struggle internally with that, I guess, feeling I shouldn't go out and have a good time because I left, but at the same time I shouldn't punish myself for it either.
I understand. Now, what do you think he would expect of you?
I think he would want me to have a good time. He would want me to go out and just live my life like I always did. Because there'd be plenty of times at school where I would go out with my girlfriends and he wouldn't come, or I would go out with all of our friends and he wouldn't come because he had work or was too tired, or just whatever reason. And he he would never get upset with me about that. So I think that there shouldn't be anything. There shouldn't really be anything stopping me, I guess. I think that he would just like want me to be happy and want me to be out there on my own. Um, do you think I should stop the video and then take another one just in case? So we don't lose it? It's like,